Hello there, my beautiful people. How are we doing today? I am Icicle Fish, and I am bringing you an absolutely fantastic overuse match that I had against my buddy the Smash on Pokemon Showdown. If you're here from the Global Trainer Syndicate, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Drop a subscribe, that would make my day. I would love you so much, that would be an amazing thing. But yeah, without further rambling and without further ado, let us progress into the team preview. Oh my god, that rhymes. Ado preview. Jeez, I should be a rapper. Just saying, I would make the best rapper. Lol. Okay, I am using a different Sand team to the one that I used in my last battle. I'm using Hippowdon over Tyranitar because I don't need the wall-breaking capabilities that Choice Banded Tyranitar brings to the table. This team relies on Sand more, and Hippowdon is the more reliable Sand Deducer. I've kind of got a little Dragmag core going on there with Magnezone, Salamence, and a Stoutland destroyed on there. Choice Banded because it really appreciates the Steel's Gone. That Magnezone eliminates oh so well. Then Rotom Wash there is Check Terrain, so Starmie, and also provides Rapid Spin, which is absolutely fantastic. His team is pretty similar to the one I used in my last battle on the Global Trainer Syndicate. He's just got Latios, which is an absolutely huge threat to my team, especially if it's Choice Specs. I'm going to have to play around that thing, just hoping I don't lose to it, auto-lose, because I probably will, knowing that Choice Specs Latios is an absolutely massive threat to this team. Anyway, we both lead off with our Rotom Washes. Mine being a slow, specially defensive one, and looking at his team, I don't think his is going to be a slow, specially defensive one. I'm going to predict the Volt Switch out of there into his Landorus, which is nice. I could have gone for the Hydro Pump, which would have done a huge chunk to the Landorus. I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp because it's kind of a middle ground, and then I'm going to predict the Switch out of there, which is a nice play on my part. Go for the Volt Switch out into my Magnezone, although I'm not too sure what happened here. I double switched into my Rotom Wash, predicting something. He's going to Volt Switch out of there, and he's going to get the momentum back on his side of the field, bringing his Terrakion, whom I can just bring in my Hippowdon, which kind of was that, which is absolutely fantastic. I take up just a nice chunk from the close combat, not enough to where I'm going to be fearing anything from the Terrakion. Is probably Choice Scarf looking at that damage, so he's going to be forced out of there. I'm going to hurl up some Stealth Rocks, which is absolutely fantastic. Be scared out by the Rotom Wash, but he makes a fantastic play, predicts me to be scared out by the Rotom Wash, then goes for the Volt Switch, getting the momentum back on his side of the field, which is a very nice play indeed. Now, what I'm going to predict is last time is I went straight to my Hippowdon, so I'm going to predict him to double switch into his Latios, predicting Hippowdon switching. Unfortunately, that just goes completely wrong. Risky play on my part. It didn't quite work out. He's just going to go for the close power. He predicted me to predict that, which was a very nice play on his part. Though it does mean I can just bring in my Hippowdon. And I know that he's going to think that I'm going to go for the Earthquake, so I'm going to Whirlwind out of there, predicting one of his levitating / flying types to come in. And Whirlwind them out of that. Unfortunately, I'm going to make a stupid play. The Whirlwind brings him into his Terrakion. I'm just going to want to Earthquake that thing. Obviously, he's going to be forced to switch out of there. Earthquake the Latios, and I just gave that thing a free switching, which is not something I want to be doing. I'm going to test the water with Magnezone. Thank God that is not Choice Specs damage. I just about take the Draco Meteor. Then I'm going to predict the switch out of there into his Landorus, predicting him to predict me to go for the Volt Switch. So I'm going to go for the Specs Flash Cannon, which is just going to demolish that thing. Absolutely fantastic. That's another big threat gone. So he's going to bring in his Tyranitar, and he goes for the Fire Blast, so that's cool. It's like a defensive Stealth Rock one, which I kind of figured because his Terrakion is Choice Scarf. So he's going to go for the Stealth Rocks on this time, which I did predict, which is a nice play on my part, if I do say so myself. Bring in my Stoutland Lace Judgment, and I will be able to fire off a Choice Banded Adamant Superpower on whatever wants to switch in. And the Rotom Wash decides to take the hit, except it cannot. It goes down to that hit. Now, if this Terrakion is Choice Scarf Jolly, then it outspeeds Max Speed Adamant Stoutland, Sandra Stoutland by 1 point, so I wasn't going to risk it. He predicts the Hippowdon switching very nicely. He goes for the Empower Ice, I'm guessing, although if he wanted to predict the Hippowdon switching, it would have been better to just double switch to Latios. But he gets a free switch in now anyway. I do slack off just to get back some very nice health, but I need my Hippowdon in order to check his Terrakion. If I don't have that, then it runs through my team like a knife. So what I'm going to do is just sack my Magnezone to this Latios, hoping that I can come in with something else after it is at -4 attack, scare it out, make it take more Stealth Rocks, make it take more Sand hits below half, which is absolutely fantastic. I've only lost one Pokemon to it so far. Bring on my Stoutland, he's obviously going to be scared out. I mean, he still outspeeds, but obviously he can't do anything at -4 attack, so I'm going to predict him to switch out of there into his Tyranitar, predicting me to go for the return. However, the Tyranitar is smited down on the switching with a 4-time super effective superpower. Now, I'm not going to be wanting to take a Draco Meteor from this thing. See what I mean when I said this thing was a huge threat? Surprisingly, I take it with my Starmie, just about after Sandstorm damage. Then I'm thinking, he's Choice Scarf, he's doing Choice Scarf damage. So I gotta go for the Scald, kind of just not clicking it, expecting Starmie to die, but he surprises me by not being Scarfed. That little bitch was bluffing the Scarf. He has Expert Belt, but unfortunately, it was a lovely play on his part. Unfortunately, it's not actually going to help him that much, because now he's at -4, he's practically dead. I'm just going to go for a couple of Slack Ops until he does die, so that my Hippowdon is at full health, and I am able to wall his Terrakion and Scissor pretty much. Now, he's going to bring in his Terrakion, which might, at this stage, look like a bad play. Going to go for the Close Bomber, which is going to get a chunk of damage onto my Hippowdon, and I'm going to go for the EQ, taking down the Terrakion. Now, he's going to bring in his Scissor, and I'm like, oh, that was a weird play. No, because what it means is that he seemed Whirlwind, he goes for the Swords Dance, I'm like, shit, because I couldn't Whirlwind him, so I went for the Earthquake. He goes for another Swords Dance, he's now at +4. Obviously, if he takes out my Hippowdon with this hit, he's going to have won the game, because obviously Stoutland and Magnezone, Stoutland and Salamence can't take +4 hits. Unfortunately for Hippowdon is going to cling on by the skin of its teeth from the U-turn, and I'm going to hit him with an Earthquake. If he had done a tiny bit more damage there, that would have been his game, because Hippowdon would have gone down, and then he would have taken out my Stoutland and my Salamence with bullet punches, but that was an absolutely fantastic game. The Smash, really enjoyed the game, and thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Drop a subscription if you're absolutely an amazing person. Cyber hug you right now, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you for watching once more, and peace out, guys.